again with another flight review. I feel like I should preface this video by saying that I'm not a great flyer, but I understand that to do all of the amazing experiences that I want to do and that I want to give to Callie, I have to get on planes to do those things. And I think that this flight that I'm about to share with you changed my life. I know, dramatic. A few weeks ago, I shared with you a very honest review and look at the first class flight we took on American Airlines from Boston to LAX in order to get to Disneyland. Today, I am going to be sharing with you the flight that we took from LAX to Honolulu in Oahu to get to Disney's Aulani Resort and Spa. These flights are equal in time, so each leg was about 5.5 to 6 hours. It's the equal distance from the east coast of Massachusetts all the way to California, and from California all the way out to Hawaii. It's a long ride to get there, but so worth it. And because we had booked this trip 2 years ago as it was scheduled for August 2020, we had a little bit of cash to spare, so we treated ourselves to the luxury of Hawaiian Airlines First Class. And holy cow, I am going to start this right away by telling you it was expensive, but so worth it. Let me just highlight some of the things that you're about to see. Pre-flight cocktails, lie flat seats, personal entertainment systems, and incredible food. Let's start with the flight attendants, shall we? I know this is going to be subjective to every single flight you're on, but when I tell you that we had top-notch service, it felt like we were in a Michelin star restaurant, including the thumbnail of this video, which was taken by our incredible flight attendant. The moment that we got on and got settled in our seats, first class passengers do get to board early. Not only did she come right over to see if we wanted a pre-flight cocktail, yes, but she was like, "Can I have your camera? You and your daughter look amazing and ready for Hawaii. Let me take some snaps for you. Post these later." She was incredibly helpful and really understood the Instagram game. I'm gonna show you later in the video a clip of the menu, but they had champagne on board, and I did drink 4 in our 5.5-hour flight between my own system, which I'll get to in a second, and napping. You should note that the pre-flight cocktail is in fact pre-flight, and when takeoff starts, they do take it. So if you're going to get a drink, don't dilly-dally like I did. I have truly never felt so comfortable on a plane. I actually enjoyed the flight. Have you ever been able to say that you enjoyed yourself on a plane with a 5-year-old for almost 6 hours? Incredible. So of course, just like in the first flight from Boston to LA, Callie wanted to find all the nooks and crannies, and Hawaiian has huge leg room because the seats do in fact lie flat with the push of a button. You receive a pillow and a blanket that are both wrapped and complimentary, and then the personal entertainment system service starts right away. The flight attendants come down every aisle, they lay a linen on top of your tabletop, they pop up this little skinny bar that rotates, and then they hook you up with an iPad Pro and headphones. Of course, there is incredible in-flight entertainment for both adults and keiki. So once we got settled, watching whatever shows and movies or playing whatever games that we were going to be invested in, the food service started. Now, Mark and I had just eaten at the Napa Rose, which is supposed to be Disneyland's finest and fanciest restaurant, and the food aboard Hawaiian was actually better than the food at Napa Rose. I got the vegetable curry because I wasn't sure after having weight loss surgery how well that pot roast was really going to work in my tummy. Sometimes with red meat, and I know I've spoken about this on my channel before, it just doesn't sit properly, like in my esophagus and in my tummy. So if it wasn't soft pot roast, I wasn't willing to risk it, especially on a plane. So the vegetable curry actually ended up being the better of the two choices. Mark got the pot roast and it was good. But then I gave him the rest of my vegetable curry and he, like, his eyes lit up because there was so much flavor and it wasn't too spicy. But it came with these incredible sides. Now, Callie didn't like either of these options, so we were able to buy her a $7 kid-friendly box that had more like snack types of foods in it that she absolutely loved. And the flight attendants were really helpful with making sure that we got that, because traditionally that's an offer that only happens further back on the plane. So once your meal was complete, you received this beautiful chocolate cake with a raspberry on it, like a chocolate torte. And holy moly, this was delicious. It had a graham cracker crust. It's like the food didn't come from an airplane and it magically just wizarded its way onto our linen tray top tables. Holy gosh, it was so, so good. They also had pog juice aboard the flight, which Callie loves, which is pineapple, orange, and guava. It's a very traditionally Hawaiian juice, and Callie drank it the entire time we were in Hawaii, but it was such a nice treat to be able to get it on the way there. Also, not related to being in first class, just specific to the Hawaiian airline, their safety videos were all done by employees, and they didn't do the traditional, we're gonna stand in the row and show you how to use the mask and the buckles and the things. They had a video that they put together, and then the employees were giving the information, but they were all doing something somewhere in Hawaii, like surfing, sitting on the beach, hiking, snorkeling. It just had this cultural feel that I don't think other airlines brand themselves that way, you know? But it made Hawaiian definitely stand out. And the last food item, before you get off the plane, they gave you Hawaiian salted macadamia nuts that were delightful. They were so good. I nearly missed them because I was asleep, but thankfully Mark was like, oh, she's gonna wanna try these when she wakes up. He actually took this photo of the nuts. So they were delicious, and I did eat macadamia nuts while we were in Hawaii, but they weren't as good as they were when we were on the plane. So the way the seats lie flat is you push a button, and instead of the back just going back right away, it kind of scoots forward and then eventually lays flat. So you have a lot of room for your feet and ankles. And the cabins are created so that even if the person who's sitting on the outside is asleep, fully laying down, the person sitting next to the window can go up and around them without disturbing them. I also found that to be true of the tray tables, that they're angled. So if you were sitting next to a stranger, you would never need to bother them to get out onto the aisle. So this just ended up being such a highlight of our trip. We did not fly first class home, and I told Mark while we were on our 9-hour journey direct home from Honolulu that I would sacrifice vacation time to fly first class, specifically on Hawaiian Air and direct from Boston to Honolulu. I would not have said that for American. I don't know if there are other airlines that I would make this claim for, but I would wait an extra year to go back to Hawaii just for this flight experience. If you can afford it, if it's something within your means, this is a must do. Not just for the experience of flying first class, but for the experience of flying first class on Hawaiian. The cabins are incredible. The service was amazing. The food was delicious. I felt taken care of. I felt relaxed. It really just put me in the right headspace to get to Hawaii. And the flight attendants kept talking about what a magical place Hawaii is and how we as people should be so grateful for getting to experience it. They really just captured the essence of Hawaii for me. And I felt like that flight was a part of our vacation rather than just the way we get to vacation, if that makes sense. I hope you found this helpful. I hope that you can live vicariously through us if this is not something within your budget. I will have reels and I will have posts on Instagram all week kind of walking you through some of the other details that I'm not sharing here today. I love you. We have so much Aulani content coming your way. Make sure you are subscribed and ring the bell. I hope you're having a magical week. Aloha, friends.